Oh, hello everyone, it's Jacob here, and this will be a part 3 of my Thea progression guide for you guys, 0 to hero. So, you finished level 90, and now you want to get some build that will work for you, and that is not mind control. And you want to swap into something, right? You want to do it on level 90 because level 90 is the last level where you can still swap for free without using any respec materials. So yeah, this will be with the map showcase at the beginning. This is how the mapping goes. Quick time mark 7 farmer, definitely capable of killing time mark 8 as well, if you want to progress further, but it is a bit squishy at this point still. It has a lot of damage, like with a few upgrades it can get to over 2 billion already, with a few like 500 FEs upgrades, but that will be a topic for the next video. This will be like low budget, cheap items, crafted tier 2 items build for you that deals around 600 million DPS, which is way more than you really need to farm time mark 7 and get enough currency for your future gear. So yeah, that was the map, really quick. Let me show you the DPS. Looks like this. It takes a little bit to stack up, but once it stacks up, it just starts counting, goes to these numbers. Pretty decent, right? So I will start with items first, because those are the core of the build. Well, not really, but you get it. The core of the build would be the weapon, actually. So you want to get a item level 82 up to level 85 bow to be able to craft it cheaply, because on 82 you are able to craft tier 2 mods, and up to 85 it still counts as maximum tier 2 mods, so the crafting is easier, and it only takes flame sense to craft this. You can craft full tier 2 weapon only for flame sense and embers, so you can farm them yourself and you don't need to use any flame elementium to make a decent bow, actually. So you want high physical damage base, so you are going for gear physical on the advanced prefix. And then you are going with physical damage to the gear. So those are these two rolls. And then I went with attack and cast speed as the second advanced affix on suffixes, but you can go with critical strike damage as well. I went with attack speed just so my skill fires faster, but you can go with crit damage and you would do decent enough damage as well, so crit damage or attack speed here. And then on the base affixes you just go for physical damage and gear attack speed to make it a bit faster. And on the prefixes you just go the last roll for either projectile damage or flat erosion damage. I went with flat erosion, doesn't really matter which one you get first. You just press this and you click like tier 3 or tier 2 depending on what you are aiming for, what you have currency for, and you just click start autocrafting and it starts rerolling the mod until you hit one of those. Doesn't really matter which one, both would work. So once you have this done, once you have all the mods, you just want to reroll them to get like higher roll on the gear phase and higher roll on the physical damage. And that's it pretty much. Just higher roll on the gear phase would be the main point here. So that's the bow. That's the core of the build. That lets you do that lets you do the damage. Once you have that, you want to get this amulet, which gives you Gale, which gives you 60% of projectile speed bonus, is also applied to the additional bonus for projectile damage, which is an additional multiplier, so gives you a lot of damage. Those are going in the base version for around like 4 FEs. And you want to pair that one with Blind Vision, which will provide your main skill with wind projectile support. Level 20. Let's get as high level as possible. Those are really cheap, so just get some decently rolled one for like 5 FEs. Yeah, those are the 2 items that you want to get. And then these gloves, I actually dropped them from a Watcher. I believe they drop from Watcher, right? Drops anywhere in a drum. Yeah, I dropped them from Watcher, so you can self-farm them. I dropped multiple of those. And they are really cheap as well. So that's a cheap like starter item for deterioration damage. Because you are critting a lot, so this is up almost all the time. So with these higher rolls, those are going for 3, 4, 5 FEs. Really cheap item, just as a starter. I have higher budget alternatives for the next video, but this is the like entry point. For the armor, just go with this one. You don't need the corrupted version, but if you can get the corrupted version, well, get it. As you can see, they are really cheap still. You just want to get one with higher energy, just so you are able to get your skills going. So either go for item level 80 at least, and then reroll the energy yourself, or go with higher energy from the start, like 90 energy, and you should be good to go here. And for the boots, those are the only like pricier items that I went with, but they are not needed for the build to work because you already have wind projectiles from the helmet always active. So this is just like an alternative that you can get. Great boots, you will be using them for a long time. So, and they also allow you to swap the helmet for something else later on, but the something else later on costs thousands, so I don't have it yet. So I'm just pairing these two together, so I have the level 20 wind projectiles all the time. Even when the boots are on this like second row, main skill is supported by level 19 area and slow projectile. So it double dips. I have wind projectiles and slow projectiles active at the same time, and then yeah, you get it. And these go for around 100 FEs. If you go for +2 projectile skill levels, you will pay a bit more, but you can save up for them. They are not really needed, so I would save up for the +2 projectile skills, because you will be using them for a long time. And you also want to get higher like levels here, which I didn't manage. I did not have enough FEs to afford like higher skill levels here as well, the support skills. So I just went with +2 projectiles and yeah, stick with that for now. For the rest 3 like crafted pieces, you want to get as much resistance as possible. So on both rings you can see I have triple resist, and triple resist on the belt as well. And you want to pair that with dexterity if possible, physical damage to attacks and spells, and max life. So both rings are pretty much the same. I bought a base item level 82 up to 85, so you can craft tier 2 gear, same as with the bow, and just craft tier 2 modifiers. And for the belt as well, item level 82 up to 85, get triple resistances, the ones that you are missing the most, and then dexterity, max life, and whatever you like. I went with damage, but you can go with max energy shield as well to get a bit higher base energy shield. I went with damage, damage is not needed for farming tier 7, but yeah, whatever. Now, for the skills, let's hop on to them. You can see that I'm using double arrow NRR, which summons something like a totem. Basically, it summons a sentry that uses your attack stats, your weapon stats, and uses them to attack monsters around you with the large AoE like projectiles. And it is a physical skill. It takes 170% weapon attack damage, so we will be crafting a huge physical damage bow, which this skill will then scale into its damage. So yeah, pair that with multifaceted guard, so you can cast 2 sentries per skill. You can cast up to 4 sentries in total, so this will give you like 2 sentries per skill. That would be the main support. Then Nova Shot is a multiplier, and added physical damage just gives it a base damage as well. And I bought this, just gives you additional multiplier, which is huge, and it also provides you a little bit like higher AoE when they are fully stacked. But to get this buff for them, they have to be up for 5 seconds, which they are not most often. So this is just for the 22% additional damage multiplier here. Both have the same setup, and I have 2 because you can cast 2 per skill. So you can have 2, and as you are traversing the map, you want to, like, once you get a higher damage, you want to like alternate them and cast them at the edge of the screen, because the build is squishy and they can clear like screen in front of you, so there are no monsters for you to run into. And yeah, you can basically pre-clear the path that you want to go through. As a movement skill, I'm going with Blink Arrow, Quick Mobility and Periodic Burst. Quick Mobility makes you cast it faster, Periodic Burst gives you a burst of attack speed, which also scales the cast and attack speed of the sentries. So yeah, and that helps you with damage as well. And just because I have the energy, I link it with cost conversion, so it costs life instead of mana, and I'm in that way I'm always sure that I can cast my sentry skills. For the Empower skills, I'm using Aim. Aim's downside is that it decreases movement speed by 20%. But since I'm using the mobility skill all the time for movement, I'm not running at all. It doesn't really matter. And I link that with preparation just so I don't have to click it manually. But if you are okay with clicking it manually, just put Mass Effect into it and use it when it is on 2 charges. This setup automates it, casts it every like 8 seconds or whenever it comes off cooldown. It has 10-second cooldown. Minus 22%, so yeah, around 8-second cooldown actually. Well Fought Battle increases its effectiveness as it gets cast 3 times over the duration, so after like 24 seconds you should be on maximum effectiveness of the skill. Extended duration just so it lasts longer, so the base duration is like 6 seconds. So plus 22%, I don't know how much that is, like 7.5 or something. So yeah, Aim, extra damage, extra additional damage multiplier. The second Empower skill will be Burst of Anger, which gives you attack speed and a bit of additional attack damage, but we are taking it mainly for the attack speed. It also gives you like, takes your life as a cost for the skill, so whenever it is up you will be taking physical damage, as you can see here. But it doesn't really matter because we like over sustain that through the passive skills here. So again, linking it with it preparation just so I don't have to think about it, but you can get rid of it. cast it manually at the start of the map, and if you keep going through the map and keep killing monsters, it will stay up because its duration resets every time you kill something or when you are hitting elites. So yeah, but just so I don't have to think about it at the start of the map, I just link preparation with it and it gets cast automatically once we start moving. 12-foot button Mass Effect just to increase its effectiveness a little bit, so it gives a little bit more attack speed and attack damage as well. The main passive skill we use, precise projectiles, additional projectile damage and projectile speed. Projectile speed gets scaled. This is like 6% additional damage because it gets scaled through the amulet. And 36% additional projectile damage, yeah, speaks for itself, right? Restrain reduces its mana cost, and Aura Amplification increases its effectiveness for no downside, other than the 10 points of energy it consumes. And then I'm running 3 spirits. First one would be Summoned Undermagus, which gives you additional attack speed and additional damage. You pair that with Friend of the Spirit of Spirit Magi, which increases its effect by 55%. And then with Restrain, just to be able to like sustain the sealed mana cost of all 4 of those. But later on, as we get better slates and better gear, we will be able to pair that with superpower as well to increase its effectiveness even further, and we will do that with all 3 of the spirits actually. So that's that. Then Summon Firemagus gives you critical strike rating, so crit chance. Same setup, Friend of Spirit Magi. This only works when you have 2 types of spirits online, which I do. I have all 3, but only 2 of them are summoned, but you get the effect of all 3. So this works. This gives 55% compared to the superpower that gives a little bit less, even when it is maxed. And it also, the superpower also like unsummons the spirit, so it is not no longer active, or it was like that at least. Seems like it is not the case anymore. So yeah, scratch that. This will be the third support that we will use eventually as we get more reservation. And the third spirit, for now, because I don't need more damage, I'm using Summon Frostmagus, because it basically regenerates percentage of your life and energy shield every second. So if you have some energy shield, even though the Burst of Anger eats the energy shield, you still regenerate in it. So yeah. And the same setup, Friend of Spirit Magi to increase its effectiveness here. So it gives like 5, almost 6% regen from this. And as you can see, only 2 of them are summoned here as the lightning and fire one, but I have the buff of all 3 of them here. So all 3 are working, and as you can see, my energy shield is regenerating all the time. Even though it still stays near 0, it still offsets the degen of the life for a little bit. For passives, Goddess of Deception with Mixture and Deceiver's Might to give us more power for erosion damage through the Thea free talent. And the tree looks like this, pretty much the same as it was, like deterioration damage and some additional damage to life with movement speed and skill area. So the skill has, the area has better coverage through that. The second one, Shadow Master with Dirt and Beyond Cure. I'm not using Twisted Belief anymore because Arrow and RR is a physical skill, not erosion skill, so this one simply scales, while this one doesn't. So Beyond Cure here. And the tree looks like this. If you need more damage and you don't struggle with dying or taking damage, you can just take erosion damage here instead of max energy shield and max life, but I took these because They double dip, they scale your life and your energy shield. Well, for example, if you would go here, this only gives life. So this gives you both, which is great value. Then deterioration chance, erosion damage, and this is really important. Converts 100% of physical damage to erosion damage. So the entirety of our physical damage bow with our physical damage NRR gets converted into erosion damage, and all this erosion damage is then gets scaled by all these like erosion damage nodes, these ones, and also like provide us with the deterioration, which is the thing that that erosion damage does. So yeah, erosion damage here and deterioration effectiveness up here, and then shield compensation down here, just to be able to make the passive skill setup running, the one that I showed you a minute before. And the last three here would be Machinist or Machinist. You are going for the life and energy shield again. The large nodes would be Heat Up, 30% additional sentry damage if sentry skill has been cast recently, and minus 30% additional sentry start time. So 30% additional damage when cast recently means if you cast the sentry in the last 4 seconds. So you have this up pretty much all the time, and minus 30% additional sentry start time means that they start firing faster after you summon them. So it reduces the delay. And the second one would be Co-Resonance, which basically gives you additional sentry damage, attack speed and cast speed based on your attack speed and cast speed. So this scales your attack speed and cast speed into the sentry's cast frequency pretty much, or attack speed as well. It is worded like weird, but that is how it works. Takes your attack speed and converts it into NRR's attack speed. And then you are taking the bottom side of the tree, which scales your sentries. So sentry damage, sentry skill cast frequency. Then you take all these, like sentry damage, move speed, and sentry damage when moving. So you are trying to move all the time. And sentry skill cast and cast frequency here as well, and sentry damage and +1 sentry quantity that can be deployed at a time. That gives you the 2 sentries. So like this, and you take these points as last: sentry critical strike rating and critical strike damage. That's for the 3. For the statue of the new god, these slates, I just took whatever was cheap with additional base damage for 200 weapons, and I have that mod on all my slates, as you can see. So additional base damage for 200 weapons, projectile speed and range critical strike rating. Yeah, just whatever is cheap with this mod. Buy like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 of them if you can fit them all. You can fit up to 6 here. So just buy 6. They will cost around 10 FE each, let's say, like 5 to 10 FE each. And you can get extra damage here for cheap. This is the cheap way. The more costly way I will show you in the next video, probably, that will like contain additional skill levels and such things as well. So it's for that. For hero traits, for single target you want to get this. For clearing you want to take this, which gives you extra attack speed and movement speed when you are hitting desecrated target. So you just run faster to run them up as well. For the hero memories, dexterity and projectile speed and block chance, preferably if you are getting into the red memories already. Block chance, either attack or spell, and projectile speed on all 3 of them. You want to get at least the purple ones, because when you get them to level 30 they give you trait level +2. So you can see I have level 2 traits here. So it increases the effectiveness of the traits a bit as well. And that's pretty much it. if you want to like invest a little bit more and get a better armor, get Blight. This will cost you around, I don't know, 400 FEs, 500 FEs. If you go for a higher damage here and corruption, yeah, the price starts popping up, but you should be able to get a decent one for a 500, and that will actually increase your damage a lot. Like, it is a huge boost. And I have other like gear options as well that I would like to get eventually. And with this you will get to around 800, 900 million. And once you have that, you can also add Arrow and Area Fellowship. If you can get it twice, get it twice. It costs around 400 FEs, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, around 400 FEs. I mean, get 2 of them and you will eventually, if you have the currency, get 2 of them and you will eventually feed them into a good one, because in the end we will only be using one of the skills. We will be dropping the other one because we will get the extra sentries from our gear. So we will only need one, but you can feed the rest into it to increase its star level, and it will increase its damage, so we'll definitely want to do that. So it might feel like it is wasted money now, like wasted FEs now, but it will give you a lot of freedom while moving around the map, because you don't, when you have it like this, you don't need to cast the sentries anymore all the time. You can just cast it and then run for like 8 or 10 seconds with it and they move with you. And this is how it looks in a map when you have that. I'm just running tier 7 and boss rushing. So you just start it at the beginning and you keep moving through the map. And once they fall off, you just cast them again. And you just go through the map. And you don't need to cast anything because they move with you. That's awesome, like, quality of life. And even later on, they will be cast automatically. So yeah, that's a quick preview of the build. Gave you a map showcase as well. Fast, tier 7 farmer for now. Capable of clearing tier 8 as well. So progressing the Atlas shouldn't be an issue. Getting your Atlas points shouldn't be an issue with it. Yeah. So that's it for this Zero to Hero update, part 3. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you find it helpful. I hope you like that I'm not playing mind control like everyone else is. So I'm giving you this option here. There are like 3 other options that I know also work as well. If you want a quick sneak peek into that, you can go here. You can go to Supreme Showdown, sorry, not Supreme Showdown, Boss Conquest. You can check rankings here, and you can see that people are playing Split Shot as well. So that's another variant that you can go. People are playing Build Spike as well, as the other one. And I know that people are playing like Big Hit Ground Shaker as well. So that's one big hit, which then gets scaled, I believe, through the other deterioration armor. So yeah, other options as well. I went with this one because I like sentries, because they auto-target and clear the entire screen. You don't have to think about them. And it's not mind control. Like, why would I play mind control here when I already could play mind control for seasons with Yuga? Like, what am I? It might be stronger on this one. Might be stronger on this one than on Yuga. But yeah, Yuga is the rape character. This one was designed to play differently, so let's play it differently, right? So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I will see you in the next update. Bye!